Are you ready?
Coach Cali Sports Talk, and I am with Grayson Webster from Webster Martial Arts out of Decatur, and also One Tribe Madison. And Grayson, so man, what you been up to?
Man, just teaching, training, working. When I'm not training and teaching martial arts, I run a production company, so I'm doing videos and stuff. But I mainly do videos for martial arts, martial artists, and martial arts schools. So I'll do have athletes that I work with, and so I get to blend kind of two of my passions together, which is creating some film, and also get to still be around martial arts.
So how did you get into martial arts?
Man, I was born on the mats, as they say. I'm a third generation martial artist. My granddad started our studio back in 1973, and my dad took that over in 1997, so the year I was born. And yeah, man, it's all I know. I was in a gi before I was in diapers. So yeah, I was absolutely, man.
Now you got a story about a certain individual.
Okay.
And that is your father.
I got a lot of stories about that.
Yes,
guy.
and one thing that his father did, his father was in a show.
He was on a show called WMAC Masters, which was kind of like, I always describe it, it's like Power Rangers meets Mortal Kombat. It was almost like a real life action video game where they have all these different martial artists from different backgrounds, and when they would fight, they'd have little power bars and you'd show their health and stuff. It was a kid show in the 90s. It only went for about 2 seasons, but it was a really fun show, and a lot of those guys went on to be stunt actors and coordinators and stuff, and do like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Mortal Kombat, some of those other martial art related
awesome.
TV shows and movies. So.
Yeah. See, when I met this young man, I was a fan of him first because I saw him on TV, or actually YouTube. I saw him on YouTube. That's how I actually saw him, and then I ended up meeting him later on. And so I saw you on season what of the 10th Planet?
Season 2 of the PGF, the Professional Wrestling Federation. Yeah, the season 2, man, it was still in its infancy, and now it's a big promotion. It's out in Vegas, and they got big sponsors and stuff. But I was very fortunate to be on that show back in the day.
And now he also does some of the film work.
Yeah, I decided, hey, I'm not good enough to hang with these guys. It's such a high caliber, and it's an interesting format because you have to compete like 3 times a day for 4 or 5 days at a time. So it's real taxing on the body, and I didn't get back into martial arts until I was about 22. So I'd grown up with it, and I always compare it to almost being like a preacher's son. I kind of rebelled a little bit. Like I didn't really appreciate it for what it was until I was older, and it was actually a Carlos Machado seminar at a neighboring school that kind of re-sparked my love for martial arts and kind of got me back into it. So and then I really fell in love with jiu-jitsu and got real focused on jiu-jitsu, and then I realized my stand-up and my striking was kind of starting to diminish a little bit from focusing on jiu-jitsu. So I was like, all right, I got to get back to the tradition. So it's been a give and take, and as far as where to put my focus. But now it's like, man, I have this just beautiful facility to train in that has all these different martial arts. We got judo operating out of One Tribe, Muay Thai, Taekwondo, traditional Tong Sudo, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's an awesome place to be.
So I want to ask you, who is your favorite fighter? That's fighting in mixed martial arts right now.
Current favorite?
Current. You know what? Current and past.
How much time we got? That's a good question. It's tough, man. I have like a Mount Rushmore of people, but if I had to just pick one all time, I'm probably gonna pick Rickson Gracie. I'm like my dad. We're just giant Rickson Gracie fans. Fan of the Gracies in general, but specifically Rickson. He was the special one out of the family for sure. And it was a different type of MMA. It wasn't really MMA. It was Vale Tudo. It was much more. You could stomp while they were down, and head kick while they were down, and headbutt. And it was like much more of a real fight. So Rickson was the man. Currently, that's a great question. I guess when I think about maybe seeing who is representing MMA from maybe a traditional karate background, like I'm a big Stephen Wonderboy Thompson fan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I love GSP. Of course, he's not really active right now, it's hard to say, man. Truthfully, I don't keep up with it like I used to. But those guys like the Michael Venom Pages, any guy that's like repping traditional karate, I'm usually rooting for that guy. So,
yeah. See, my favorite was Anderson Silva.
Absolutely.
And then before them, like back in the day, was Hoist Gracie, Chemo, and Ken Shamrock. Like that. I don't know something about Chemo. I don't know what it was.
Chemo is the man. Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite football team or basketball team?
Man, if to be honest, and I get this from my dad. Like we grew up, it was just nothing but martial arts. So like I didn't get the typical, especially growing up in the South. I didn't get that like real traditional Southern football and barbecue and beer on the weekend type thing. But anytime they're playing, I do roll tide. I root for Alabama for sure, and I'll watch the big games. I'll watch the Iron Bowl, and I'll watch. They're in the national championship a lot, so I end up tuning in every year for the most part. Basketball, I was a bandwagon going from college to professional. I was a bandwagon Golden State Warriors fan when Curry started to pop off, and Klay Thompson and stuff, the Splash Brothers. So basketball is probably of the what the Americas are known for as far as football, basketball, and baseball. Basketball is probably my favorite sport to watch. It's so fast and so exciting. I about fall asleep during baseball. I can't really watch baseball. That's just me. Nothing against my baseball fans, but and what's funny is I love going to these games. I love the culture and the atmosphere of like getting to sit in the stands and have a hot dog and watch the games and stuff. But when it comes to watching a sport back and forth, basketball is so fun.
Now my new sport is I'm starting to watch a little bit is hockey.
Okay.
So I've been going to the Havocs games. They're local team in Huntsville, Alabama.
They're good too.
They're really good. I think they went to the playoffs this season.
I think so. Yeah. Well, it's great because it's like hockey's interesting because it takes like the finesse and there's something about just skating. If anyone's never been on
I like the fighting part.
That's what I was getting at. It's like boxing mixed with figure skating in a way because there's so much finesse that's involved with being able to glide across the ice. But then you get some grown men with some testosterone out there, and you start throwing hands, and it's interesting to watch for sure.
I'm gonna ask you this last question. What is your favorite martial arts as far as out of jiu-jitsu, karate, boxing? What is your favorite?
Man, that's tough. Put me on the spot.
What do you like the most? I know what I like the most.
Yeah, if I couldn't have what it is now, which is this beautiful blend of mixed martial arts, if I had to pick one, it would be jiu-jitsu for sure. Yeah. And probably specifically the no-gi jiu-jitsu. There's a term that has kind of came about recently, and they're moving away from the Brazilian jiu-jitsu. They're calling it American jiu-jitsu because it's more emphasis on like wrestling, like American folk style wrestling, and submission grappling with Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So I'm a big fan of the no-gi jiu-jitsu. I think it's a much more exciting type of jiu-jitsu to watch. I'm not as much of a fan of the sleeve grips and the collar ties and stuff. You get some beautiful throws. If you get a guy who knows some judo, you get some big beautiful throws. But I'm a no-gi jiu-jitsu guy for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Well, man, y'all check out Grayson, Webster. Tell them your production company again.
Yeah. So the production company I run is called White Bison Visuals, and we're local here to North Alabama, but we travel. I'll go. I've gone as far as Baltimore, Maryland, and out in Vegas and stuff doing some production work. So y'all check me out, White Bison Visuals, and on Instagram, my personal is Ninja Wolf.
All right. Thank you, Grayson, man. Thank you for this interview.
Yes,
and y'all check out Coach Cali Sports Talk on YouTube. All right, y'all. Deuces.